Aditya, share your screen. So,
Actually, your screen is presenting, sir.
now try that.
So I have a problem in this question, actually. Demodulator. Uh, I won't get circuit for this.
It's a simple RC oscillator. RC. Just a minute. I will share that circuit with you.
Okay, sir. And what we need to do in this, sir? We need
You
to
need
give
to
the
check.
output waveform.
Yes, it is a it's a modulator circuit. Okay, so you are having a sine waveform as a input waveform. Okay, so after demodulation, you should have a sine waveform on. So there will be some distortion in your sine waveform, but it should be a sine waveform, and the frequency and phase should remain same. So
Okay.
our target is that when you receive the signal at the receiver end and when you demodulate the signal, you should recover your data signal again. So if you are applying a sine waveform, you should get the sine waveform at the output of.
We just need to represent the sine waveform or a
Yes.
sine waveform with distortion.
No, if it is a perfect modulated, what will be the output? It will be the modulated. It will have a perfect sine waveform. If it
Yes,
is
sir.
under modulated, then there will be a sine waveform with a distortion, and or you can see there will be some clipping. When you apply the over modulation, then you are having a perfect sine waveform, but the we will have some DC shift. तो वो बिल्कुल जीरो पे नहीं जाएगा. It will have some DC shift. So that will be the difference between over, under, and perfect modulation.
Okay, sir. And one more problem, sir. In this box, I can't able to write anything.
Okay, because here you need to write go up, go up, go up.
Yeah.
Perfect modulation block is there. Yes. If you type here, you will able to write here. Just press enter. Then you will go to the next page.
हेलो सर.
Yes, Priyank.
सर मैं कल एक्सपेरिमेंट 6 सबमिट करने की ट्राई कर रहा था, वो उसमें सबमिट फेल्ड आ रहा था. मैंने 2-3 बार ट्राई किया, साइट भी रिलोड की, फिर भी सबमिट नहीं हो रहा.
अगर ऐसा हो तो you can mail me.
ओके
सर
सर.
उसकी डेट निकल गई सर, एक्सपेरिमेंट
नहीं
6
नहीं
की कल ही.
एक्सपेरिमेंट 6 की डेट एक्सटेंड हो चुकी कर दी.
ओके सर. और 5 की भी सर एक्चुअली करें,
वो भी हो गई.
रह गई. ओके सर, थैंक यू सर.
Okay, so till now other people are joining, so we will resume our session. So today we are going to start a new chapter, switching. So then you can say the networking will start from here only. So this is the basic fundamental where we are going to start our communication network. So for a communication network, you need some devices. So what are the different devices you need to communicate between two computers or two PCs? So as we know, we are living in data world. So all those things which are previously doesn't send some data, right now they are linked with some internet connectivity and they are sharing some data. So as we have moved from the different chapters, now we know that the data is everything because IoT came in the picture and it has changed this world in a very extreme fashion. So now everything which is present in your home is going to share your data. So the last device where you want to communicate, these are known as end devices, like your PC, laptop. If it is a fan, smart fan is there, smart TV is there. So these are known as end devices. So those who have presented or those who are going to be controlled or they are going to share the data to another person or another machine, that is known as end devices. So in today's world, we are having many types of communication. Machine to machine communication will be there, human to machine will be there, machine to human will be there, and human to human will be there. So these four types of communication may be there. So for this communication purpose, we need to put some devices over there so that we can communicate. We cannot communicate two PCs which are isolated from each other. So they must need some interconnectivity to communicate. So what kind of devices we need? Those are known as backbone of your network. So these devices are known as backbone of your network. So today, in this today's session, we are going to cover three things. So we will start with the understanding about switch. So first, what we will do, we will find out what are the different backbone networks are there that can be used for the connectivity between two end devices or two users. Then we will see how the switching has taken place. So we are having various type of switching which we are going to study. So in this today's session, we are going to study about the different types of switching. So up to that, we need to complete, and we are going to study how the network has been developed. So for developing a network, we need some intermediate devices. So these intermediate devices are known as backbone of your network. So can you name some of the devices which can be used to transmit the data from one place to another place? So they are not a communication device, or we are not sending the message for them. We are sending, so say for example, Priyank is sending a message for Aditya. Now Priyank has sent the message, but it is traveling from the different devices to reach up to Aditya. So in between those devices are there. So what we called those devices are known as backbone of your network. So can you name some backbone devices of your network? Darshan Maniyar. Darshan Maniyar. Hello. Sushil. Sushil.
सर प्लीज एक बार क्वेश्चन रिपीट करें.
What are the different devices which can be used to interconnect two end devices or two PCs? आपको दो PC को कनेक्ट करना है, तो क्या कनेक्ट करोगे बीच में?
सर आइदर बाय वायर्ड मेथड या ट्रांसमीटर केबल या वाईफाई राउटर.
Oh yeah. The one devices has been truly told by Ranjit Shah that router can be used to transmit one message from one place to another place. So transmitter antenna maybe. So transmitter is a device which you are going to transmit the message, and antenna is a device which converts the message.
Sir, we can also connect them by hub.
Yes. So there are three devices. Mainly these three devices are known as backbone of your network. So first is hub, second one is switch, and third one is router. Apart from this, we are having a more device that is known as bridges. So bridges is also there. So these are bridges is a smart type of, you can say, hub which is used to communicate between two devices. So first we have gone for the different hub, then bridges, then switches, and last one will be the router. So router is a different thing because it is working on the network layer. All these three devices, other three devices are working on the physical layer. So they are below the physical layer. So we are going to classify the different types of backbone devices. So we are going to see the different types of backbone devices. So these four devices are there, which is going to send the message from one place to another place. The first one is hub, second one is switch, third one is bridge, fourth one is gateway, or you can say the router. So these four devices are there. So first we are taking the hub. So the hub is a device which is used to broadcast your message. So here you can see it's a simplex system. So either you can send the message or you can receive the message. So it is not a duplex system. So here there are lots of problems maybe happen when you are using a hub. So if multiple PCs are connected to a single server, so what will happen? If a message sent by a server, this will be distributed to all the PCs. So PC1 will also receive this message, PC2 will also receive the message, PC3 will also receive the message, and PC4 will also receive the message. So it's a type of broadcaster. Now if PC2 is sending a message, that will be also available to all other devices. So server 1, PC3, PC4 and PC2. So these all other four devices will receive this message. Now what are the problems we can face in this device? If two devices try to send the message, now what will happen if they both are sending the message? So now the hub will receive both the message. So this is known as collision of your message. So your message will be destroyed because your network or your hub is not able to send the message of anyone, because he don't know which message he should transmit or which message he should broadcast on the different channels. So that is the major issue with this hub. So that's why this hub is not used as popularly if you are having a multiple PCs. So if you are having two PCs or three PCs, you can go for hub. But if you are having more connectivity or if you are having more number of end devices, you should not select the hub for the connectivity purpose. So in this way, this is going to transmit the message. Now the second device, which is known as bridge, it's a smart device. So here in just a minute. So this is a smart devices. So we will see how they are going to transmit the message. Now here the bridge will be also using in the same session. Now here what he will do. So in the previous session, if you see in the previous device, you have seen that message will be broadcasted to each devices. But here the message will be dedicated to one device. So if you want to communicate between PC3 and PC2, you can communicate. But in the previous case, if you want to communicate between PC1 and PC2, what they will do? He will send the message to all the devices. Only PC2 will receive that message. He will accept the message. Other devices will not accept the message. So that kind of communication will be taken place in hub. But in case of bridges, he will not utilize all the networks. So what he will do? He will make a smart decision. So he will take a decision from where to where we need to communicate. From device A, if you want to communicate between PC3 and PC2, so PC2 will send the message and PC3 will receive the message. If PC1 is sending a message to PC2, PC1 will send the message and PC2 will receive. So we are engaging with only single line. Again, this type of communication is a simplex system. We are not having two lines. So we can either send the message or we can receive the message at a time. We can't send and receive at a time. So we need to use time division multiplexing for sending and receiving the message together. So that is the disadvantage of using bridges. So we just see the animation how the message is sending. So you can see server has sent the message for PC2 and PC3. Only PC2 and PC3 has received. Now PC2 has responded to server. So that has been sent by the. Now the third equipment, which is came in the backbone of network, is known as switches. Now here we are having n number of ports. So you can connect n number of devices. So previously, if you see in both the cases, the devices can either send the message or receive the message. So these are the simplex system, or you can say half duplex system. Either you can send and or you can receive, because you are having a single line. We don't have two lines over there. Now, in the switches, you can connect multiple devices or n number of devices. And here we are going to use duplex system. So here you can see we are having two dedicated lines. So it will overcome from that issue, that collision of a message, but that kind of situation, because we are having a dedicated line for the transmission of message and we are having a dedicated line for reception of a message. So it is also not working as a broadcaster. So if you want to communicate between PC2 to PC3 and you want to send the message, so he will use the first line to send the message will be received by your switch and he will route the message to PC3. So just we will see the animation. So here you can see we are having a multiple messages which are running from the different wires, and some message like you can see here, server 1 is sending the message to PC2 and he will receive. The PC2 is sending the message to PC1, he is receiving. PC1 is sending the message to server, he is receiving. So in this way, this switch is going to work. So switch is a smart device. Now fourth one is the gateway. So till now what is happening? Till now both the networks which are connected are on the same protocols, or both are using the same protocol. Either they are using TCP/IP protocol or any other. So both must use the same protocol if you are using switches, hubs, or bridges. Now the fourth device, that is a gateway or a router, this can be a very advanced devices and this can use, or you can connect two devices which are working on the different protocols. So if some devices like you are having one PC and it is communicated with the PLC. PLC stands for Programming Logic Controller. So this is normally used in the industry. So if you are having a big industry, what you are having multiple PLC will be there. So those PLC will be used to control the devices. So we will see how this is going to work. Sorry. So this is the gateway. Now there is a PC that is connected by Ethernet, and the PC is using TCP/IP protocol to send the message. Now we are having another device, that is PLC. We are having a subnet. So this is a different cable which is used to connect the Sorry, I lost the connectivity. Okay, so we resume. So here these two devices are on different protocols. So first device, which is your personal computer, is working on TCP/IP protocol, or it is using this protocol to send a message over Ethernet, and this is connected using subnet mask, so subnet cable, and the PLC is used using control net protocol to send or receive the message. Now this is a smart device, that is a gateway, which will automatically able to convert this protocol, TCP/IP protocol, to control net protocol. So you can program the gateway in that fashion. So now these two devices, which are having different protocols, now they are able to communicate. Say for example, a Chinese person is talking to a Gujarati person, but Gujarati people doesn't know Chinese language. So he need a medium. So if you need a medium, you have to use the gateway. So gateway is the most advanced device or backbone which is used to connect to end devices. So up to this point, if you are having any doubt, you can ask. Shri Narayan? Any doubts? The first device, this is hub. This is a broadcaster. So he will going to broadcast, and he is using single channel. So either you can send or you can receive. So at a time you can do one thing. So if 4 PCs or 4 end devices is connected to your hub, all 4 devices will receive that message. If PC1 is transmitting a message, then PC2, PC3, PC4 and server, all 4 devices will receive this message. But if that message is belonging to PC2, PC2 will accept, and other devices will not accept that message. So that is the working of your hub. Now, if you move to the bridge, so bridge is an advanced version of your hub. Now, in the hub, we are having a situation like 2 devices trying to communicate between, or 2 devices are trying to communicate with the other devices. Now, what will happen? Both devices will send this message. Now, both the message will receive to your hub, so there will be a collision. So if there will be a collision, your message will be lost. So you are not going to transmit any of this message, because hub doesn't know which message he should publish. So he should know, he don't know that. That's why the hub will not broadcast any message. So that is the first issue with the hub. Now that has been solved by the bridges. Now bridges has some, you can say, the smart hub. Now in these devices, what you are doing, if you want to communicate between PC1 to PC3, you can communicate. So here the message is not broadcasting. So if PC1 is trying to access to PC3, or he was trying to send a message to PC3, he can able to send that message. So PC2, PC4 and server will not receive any kind of message in that case. So that is the advance. So here there is a less chances of collision, but collision, there is a chances of collision, but less number of chances. Now in case of switches, so here there is a no chance of collision, because we are having a dedicated line for sending and receiving the messages. So each devices are connected to each other. So he is having the features of bridge. So if you want to communicate between 2 devices, you can communicate. So it will not going to broadcast your message. It will going to transmit the message from one place to another place with a dedicated link. So that link will be there. So now he will choose the dedicated path and he will send this message. Now in case of switch, we are having duplex types of systems. At a time you can send and receive. But if 2 systems are working on the different protocols, then this will fail. Switch, bridge and hub will fail. So now the 4 devices came for that purpose. If 2 devices, like 2 end devices, PC and your another device like PLC, it can be another controller, like if you are using ARM controller, so ARM controller will be there. So both are having different protocols. Now if one device doesn't know the language of other devices, so he need a converter over there. So that gateway will convert that protocol. So if one is TCP/IP protocol is using and second is control net protocol is using, he will convert TCP/IP protocol to control net protocol. So this is the brief overview of different backbone of your network. If you are having any doubts, anyone, Pranjul,
No, sir, I'm getting it. I'm here. I'm here.
Aditya, okay. Now we move to switches. So in this chapter, we are going to just focus on the switches because first we need to know the switch. What are the different devices which can be used to connect the network? So mostly, if you are having a very large network, you are going to use the switches. You are not going to use either hubs or bridges. So mostly, if your organization is very big, then you are going to use switches. If you are at home, you are going to use bridges or hubs. So here you can see we are having n number of ports and we are having n number of output ports will be there, or n number of devices can be connected to the n number of inputs. So these n number of inputs are there. So each PCs are connected to each other with a dedicated link. So every PC here which is connected to this, internally we are having a dedicated link. So this switch is going to use time division multiplexing for transmitting the data from one place to another place. If first device is trying to access this printer, so he will access this printer. If this printer is busy and the PC2 is, or last PC is trying to send a message to this printer or send a command to this printer, it will show a message to this printer that I am busy, try later. So this kind of, or he will receive the message and he will put in queue. So the second will be printed by this printer. So this is the working of your switch. So here there is a definition of a switch. Switches are the hardware or a software device capable of creating a temporary connection between two or more devices linked to a switch, but not to each other. It is a device to connect multiple communication lines. So here you can see we are having 7 PCs and 1 printer. So at a time you can make any 2 connections. So other connection will be free. So the connection will be temporary. So every time the connection will be changed in the switches. It will be not a dedicated link. So it will be a changing connection. So that is the definition of switch. So why switching are required? So next thing we will see. First we have seen what are the devices. Second we have seen how they are connected. Now we are seeing why the switches are there. Now a network is consisting of the different connected devices and devices. Wherever we have multiple devices, we have the problem how to connect to make one-to-one communication possible. So we have, or earlier we have seen 4 topologies. So first we have started with the mesh topology, then we have gone for the ring topology, then we have studied the bus topology, hybrid topology. So we have studied these various topologies. So in these various topologies, you need to connect all the end devices through a network. So we are first option we are having a dedicated link. So if you are having a dedicated link, then what is the problem? The number of ports. How many Ethernet ports are there in your laptop?
So one single.
One single. So how many devices you can connect at a time? If you want to connect directly with your laptop, one.
So via Ethernet, that is only one.
That is only one. So that is the challenge because the maximum speed you can get in the communication by Ethernet cable. You can connect wirelessly. Wi-Fi is there. So Wi-Fi is there for connecting the devices through wireless medium. But here we are not talking about the wireless medium. Here we are talking about the all devices which are connected through wired medium. Now, if you connect this PC with the another end devices, you are having only one option. So you can connect one PC at a time. So just I will show you or demonstrate you how this problem we are facing. So you can see this problem, or you can simulate this problem in Cisco Packet Tracer. So from now onwards, this is pure circuit network, or you can say DCS, data communication network. So now there will be no theories. It will be some practical session. So before using Cisco Packet Tracer, you need to log in on the Netcat. So he will verify your login or user ID and password, and then you are able to use Packet Tracer. So without login, you are not able to use Packet Tracer. So once you log in, he will redirect the page and you are able to see. Now this is a physical, or you can see the virtual view of your Cisco Packet Tracer. So here we are having different devices. So if you click here, these are the network devices. So you can see here, these are the different devices which are present. So I can click here and I can drag. So this is a router.
So,
So
your screen is not visible, only PPT is visible.
okay, sir. So how to select the different components? So we will start with the end devices. So here we are having the end devices. So end devices, what are the different end devices are there? So previously the end devices was only the PC, laptop, servers, printers, IP phone, voice IP. So these were the different devices. But in today's world, we know the IoT has came in the picture and he has changed the world in the very new fashion. So now we are having various, the whole home is here now interconnected. So here you can see we are having a IoT fan. Here you are having a IoT speaker. Here we are having a IoT lamp. Here we are having a portable music player IoT device. Here you are having a siren. Here you are having a solar panel which is consisting of IoT. So now this will also become a IoT devices at the home level. Now if you see the city level, so now at the city level there are different IoT devices. So this is a wind detector. So this is a solar. So these are the different devices which are present at the city level. So it's a very big. So you can see the same thing, but it is in a huge fashion. Now in the same way, industry is there. So double IoT is there. Industrial Internet of Things. So there we are having the different devices like this is a fire monitor. You can see carbon dioxide detectors, RFID readers, so many other devices which has came in the picture due to the IoT. Same way in the power grid. So into this world, we are all the power grid station, or you can say the power station will become a smart power station. So we are having a fan over there or blower over there, so you can see the speed of the blower and all those things. And these all devices can be controlled using your end devices. So this is your end devices like PCs, mobile phones. So you can use those devices to connect. Now for connectivity for these devices, we need some boards. So we are having a MCU board for that. Microcontroller unit boards are there. So that's why this Cisco Packet Tracer has become very advanced. Now we want to connect two PCs. So we are having three PCs. Now this is used for the connectivity. So we are having various connectivity. So this is for the automatic connection. This is if you are having RS-232. So we are just going for the automatic connection. So if you want to connect PC1 to PC2, you can connect through Ethernet port. So it will be connected using Ethernet port. Now we are knowing that we are having only one Ethernet port. So if you try to connect this PC, so you can see here the cable cannot be connected to that port because we are having only one Ethernet port. So that will become challenge when you are using PC. So now this problem can be solved by just introducing a one router. So I will introduce one router or you can introduce the switches. So this is a switches. So we are studying switches, so we will going to use switch only. So you can introduce the switch, and you can connect all those devices to this switch. Now all those three devices can be connected using switches. So in this fashion, we are able to connect more number of devices on the network. So that's why the switches has came in the picture. Now this solution has came up, and this is known as switching. So a switch network consists of a series of interlinked nodes called switches. So here we are having a node. So if you double click on this, you can see the different number of nodes are there. So these nodes are connected, and this is known as switches. So now we move to the switch network. So which network is called as switch network? So a computer network in which the connectivity is provided by using switches is known as switch network. So in this example, we have used only single switch. So you can use multiple switch to connect more number of devices. So you can use, now these two switches are there, and you can connect these two switches, and then you can connect another n devices. To connect. So in this way, you can connect multiple switches to create a more number of networks. So say for example, you see in this switch, if you click here, you will get the number of ports. Here you can see 12 here and 12 here, 24 number of ports are there. So if you want to increase the number of ports, you can connect another switch over there. So now if this switch is connected, now 24 plus 24, 48 minus 1, 47 PCs can be connected together, and they can be used to send the message from one PC to another PC. So all these PCs are connected with each other. So that's why we are going for the switch network. A fully switched network uses only switch for connecting all the devices used in the network. So other backbone networks are not used in the switch network. So we are not going to use bridges. We are not going to use hubs. We are not going to use any other devices which will be using to connect the PC. So here in this example, we are only going to use switch. So those are only called as switch network. So now we move to see how the message is transmitting over the switches. So there are various ways we can use to transmit the message over the network. So just look the view of the different or how the message has been sent. So this is a video message. Give me a minute. So just take a 2-minute break. Then we will continue to the this session. Okay, so we shall continue. Now there are three types of switching. First is known as circuit switching, second one is known as packet switching, and third one is known as message switching. So here we are going to see how the circuit and packet switching takes place. So first thing, we need to divide our message. So this is your message. Now this message will be divided in various parts. So we are having 5 parts of this message. So this is not the actual way, but we are just taking a demonstration how this packet has been made. So this is known as network packet. Now we are having a dedicated network. So we are having a network where PC are connected to each other. Now here we are in the circuit switching, we are having a dedicated link. So each message will follow that same link. So if you are sending this message from sender A to sender B and it is following this path, so all the paths or all the packets will follow this path only. So there will be no other path for following the message. So every packet will follow the same path for sending the message from sender A to sender B. So that is circuit switching. Now what will happen? Now you can see if a hacker is there. So the hacker, if you are sending a message from PCA to PCB with this path and hacker is at this PC. Now he will able to receive all the message because you are following this path only. So all those message will be flowing from this to this path. So he will able to receive the message and decode the whole message. So that will be the major challenge in the circuit switching. So we have developed another type of switching that is known as packet switching. So we will see how the message will travel in the packet switching. So in the packet switching, the message will travel from a different path. It will not follow the same path. So that is the main difference between circuit switching and packet switching. Now, if you are using circuit switching, all the messages are passing from this path. So all the messages are traveling this from this computer. So he can able to receive all the message and he can join the message and he can get what the message you are sending. So in the packet switching, all the message will travel from the different path. Now if a hacker will be there at that place, now he will able to receive only 1 or 2 packets of this message. So if he is receiving only 1 or 2 packets of this message, then what will happen? He will not able to decode your message. So your message will be much more safer as compared to the circuit switching. So that's why the packet switching is more used in the network. Now the second thing, when you received at the receiver end, you have to arrange the message in a particular format. Like you are sending the message, so every message is traveling from the different path. So in the first or in the circuit switching, the message is traveling from the same path. So it may happen that all the message which is received at the receiver B will assemble the message quickly as compared to the packet switching. Because in the packet switching, all the messages are traveling from the different paths. And if it is traveling from the different paths, what will happen? It will choose different routes. Now the message received at the receiver B, he will receive every packet at different times. So it may happen that first packet will receive the last and the second packet will receive the first and the third packet you receive is the second. So the order of the message is not proper. So rearranging of your message at the receiver end is difficult in case of packet switching, but it will be easy in case of circuit switching. So he is sending the first packet, second packet, third packet, fourth packet, and fifth packet. So recovering back your message is easier easier in case of packet switching as compared to the packet switching. So this is the main, or you can say the difference between the circuit and so now we are having a small questions and you need to answer it and then we will take your attendance. So first I will take your attendance and meanwhile I will ask the question. So now just attend a roll call and I will ask the question, then you have to answer it. Today's date is okay. Ayush 1.
Present, sir.
Okay. Ayush. Hello. Ayush.
Yes, sir.
How many types of backbone networks are there? Which is used to interconnect between two end devices. How many devices are there? Manav,
Yes, sir.
you tell me. How many
Three,
devices are
sir.
there? Huh?
Three.
3 or 4?
Three.
Okay. Which one? Can you name them? Any one of them. Anuj? अनुज
हाँ सर प्रेजेंट।
कौन कौन से डिवाइसेस है, कोई एक का नाम बताओ।
3 में से कोई भी एक।
3 में से कोई एक।
सर स्विच
ओके।
स्विच एंड राउटर। हाँ राउटर।
रिद्धि?
Yes, sir.
You name the other one. Switch and router here.
Um, hub.
Start hub. Yes, start topology. We are using hub. And we are having a bridges, which is a smart type of hub. So total 3 we are, in your book we have mentioned 3, but I have told you all 4 which are available in the market. So we are having a one other device that is known as bridges, which is a smart type of hub. Vidhi?
Yes, sir. Present.
Okay. Why switches are used?
Sir, to connect two devices.
Two end devices.
Yeah,
Or
two end devices.
okay. Yes, Raj.
वो एब्सेंट है सर.
Yes, Josh.
Yes, sir.
हाँ जश. स्विचेस को कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि नहीं? Can we connect two
Yes, sir.
switches together? Yes or no? Or you can connect only end device or PCs only. Yes. We can connect two switches to increase the number of ports. Mansi. Nikita. रोहन.
यस सर.
और कौन कौन से टाइप के स्विचिंग होते हैं? दो पढ़े हैं, तीन होते हैं पर दो ही पढ़े हैं. कौन कौन से? Circuit type and packet type switching. So these two switching we have studied. In the circuit type, we follow the same path. In the packet type switching, we will follow the any path. And at the receiver, we will assemble the message. So we are having two types of switching. Okay. Bipin,
यस सर.
कॉलिजन किस में होगा? अगर दो मैसेज में साथ में भेज रहा हो तो कॉलिजन कौन से बैकबोन डिवाइसेस में हो सकता है? हब में होगा, नेटवर्क में, हब में होगा, राउटर में होगा या स्विच में होगा?
क्वेश्चन रिपीट करेंगे सर.
अगर आपने दो मैसेज भेजे हैं, दो पीसी मैसेज भेजना चाहता है किसी और पीसी को, PC1 and PC2 is trying to communicate, PC1 is trying to communicate with the PC3 and PC2 is trying to communicate with PC4 and both have sent a message on the network, and we are having three types of networking devices: switch, hub and router. So which device is having a collision? कौन से में collision होगा और किस में नहीं होगा?
हब में सर.
Hub में. Yes, hub. There will be a collision in hub because it is having a half duplex system. So either you can transmit or receive on that channel. So if and hub is broadcasting the message. So if two PCs are trying to send the same or other messages, so what will happen? The hub will receive both the message, but he will not able to know which message we need to broadcast. So he will not send any message. So there will be a collision of message. So it will be in hub. Okay. So almost all the whatever we have studied today, we have covered all those things. So now you have to attend your roll call. So quickly we will go for the roll call. 11,
यस सर.
12, Manthan, 13.
Yes, sir.
Okay. IA 1.
Sir, big data 6 present.
Okay. Enrollment number 1, IA.
Present, sir. Yeah, roll number 1.
2. Devansh. AI 3 present. AI 4.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
6. 7.
Present, sir.
8. Darshan Banyar. 10. 12. Udairaj. 13.
Present, sir.
15,
Present, sir.
15, 17,
Sir, 13
18,
present, sir.
Sir, 18 present.
okay, 19,
Present, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
Sir, AI 18 present.
हाँ तो 18 प्रेजेंट तो कर दिया ये तो रहा. 20,
Present, sir.
21,
Present, sir.
22, Avinash, 25,
Yes, sir. 25 present.
26,
Sir, 24 present, sir.
27,
Sir, 23 also present, sir.
27. हाँ पता है भाई, उनका
24.
पता है. हाँ उनका पता है मेरे को, इसलिए उनका प्रेजेंट डाल दिया. 27,
Yes, sir, 27.
Screen पे show.
28, 28, 29, Raj,
Present, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
32, Naitik, 33,
Present, sir.
34,
Present, sir. Present, sir.
35, 36,
Present, sir.
37, Nidhi, 38, Arpit,
Present, sir.
39,
Yes, sir.
Vignan,
Yes, sir.
40, Yash, 40, Yash,
Sir, present 40.
Priyanshu, 40,
Sir,
41,
40 present. Okay.
yeah, 40% I know. 41, 42,
Present, sir.
43, 44.
Sir, I have a question.
Just a minute for this. I will take your question just I complete this attendance. 45, Divya.
Yes, sir.
46, Seth.
Yes, sir.
47,
Present, sir.
48,
Present, sir.
49,
Yes, sir.
50,
Present, sir.
51,
Present, sir.
52,
Present, sir.
53, Aditya.
Present, sir.
54,
Present, sir.
55, Priyank. 56, Giriraj.
Yes, sir.
57, 57,
55, sir.
Present, sir.
55 present, sir.
58, yes, 58,
Present, sir.
59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64,
62, yes.
62.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 65, 67, 67, 60,
Present, sir.
68,
Present, sir.
69, तुषार.
Present, sir. Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
हाँ तुषार.
Yes, sir.
सर वो एक्सपेरिमेंट 5 का सर मैंने दूसरा फाइल सबमिट कर दिया, तो प्लीज उसकी अटेम्प्ट एक इंक्रीज कर दो ना।
आप उसको मेल कर दो, अटेम्प्ट तो नहीं कर सकते अभी क्योंकि बाकी सब फिर बाकी सब भी उसको दोबारा अटेम्प्ट करेंगे फिर, इसलिए आप मेरे को
ओके सर।